Hi, and thanks for joining me. I'm sorry, but there's no cruising video again, but what I have got for you is a look back at my last week. Things I've done, places I've been. I hope you'll find it interesting. Having done a volunteering stint at Napton on Wednesday, when we were doing some more repairs on the towpath, I have agreed today to go out and do some offside vegetation work on the Oxford Canal. The weather is atrocious, it's expected to set in all day, and I'm waiting for a call to see whether it's going to be cancelled. Hello Dan. Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay, all the best. Have a great weekend. Cheers then. Yeah. Bye for now. Bye. So it's been decided that I'm not going out today. One of the guys is already at the boat. He gets there very early to prepare it. I was due there at 9:30. It's about 10 to 9 at the moment. They're just going to do a very, very short working day as best they can, and then they'll pack up. This weather has set in now. It should be set in all day. The rain is going to be continuous. Storm Georgie, I think they're calling it, or Storm George. George. I've not heard the news yet as to what it is called, but there you go. I'm just finalising my review of 2019. That's now ready for publication and will actually have been published by the time you see this. I'm needing to empty my toilet. That's one of the chores you have to do on a boat. I'll get it ready now for when the rain stops. I've been buying my kindling in bags like this, not necessarily this make, but I'm finding a problem recently in that some of the pieces, they're hardly like kindling. They're just so thick that I'd much rather have my kindling far thinner. So what I tend to do is I break these up using my axe. So the other day I decided that I would buy some kindling from the marina. I've not done that before. I noticed that their sticks of wood seem a little bit thinner, so I bought a big bag. One of these. Unfortunately, some of that is a little bit damp. I hope it's just the top layers of wood that are a bit damp and they're not burning very well. So I have to see how I get on with that. It seems to have stopped raining for a moment, so I think I'll nip out now and sort the toilet. This is the El Sand disposal point. I rinse the holding tank out several times, and periodically I use a special cleaner which is left in the tank for hours on end. pouring in this toilet rinse. That should make the water smell very fragrant. And there you have it. Well, it was another wet and windy night. Storm Jorge, spelt Jorge, did its best to try and keep me awake. This morning it had quietened down a bit, but we've just had another bout of quite heavy rain. I think I should have said Storm Jorge. Confusing, isn't it? I think I'll have a cup of Betty's tea this morning. Lovely cup of tea. I'm just going to have breakfast, and when I've done that I'm going to be nipping out to the shops to get some supplies. I normally go out on a Saturday. It's the only day of the week that I buy a paper. I buy it because it has a good TV guide in it and a very large crossword, but more about that later. Shopping done, I can now head back to the marina, which I'll approach from a different direction. In moments of filming just now, the wind has really got up and it's raining again. This is the paper I've bought. I buy this because it has a very good TV guide inside. I think it's one of the better ones that you get. And also it has a giant crossword with cryptic and quick clues. This is how I often spend Saturday afternoons. I've only once ever completed it, but it is something I enjoy and look forward to doing. I tend to make a start and then put it down and pick it up again and then look at it the following day. But as I say, it's something I enjoy. I should have said that I like to start with the easy crossword first before I move on to the more difficult one. The last answer is launch, which is quite appropriate. And now I've done that, later on I'll make a start on the big crossword. It's still very windy, and by marina standards the water is quite choppy. I've not yet had the chance to do the crossword. I've been doing some film editing. I'm now about to eat. I'm watching the television. Well, I thought I should make a start on this. I'm not sure I'm going to get very far tonight though. Hi, good morning. It's Sunday and it's a beautiful day. I expect you're wondering how I got on with the crossword yesterday. Well, not too bad. I think I've done about 30 to 40% of it, which is quite good. Sometimes I can't really get into them at all, so I was fairly pleased with that. I have this morning published my review of 2019, and on my phone I have a very good app which lets me see how the performance is going. It's not too bad. It is a very long video, nearly about 40 minutes long, and I know they're less popular. I think people hang back before they have a proper look, but it's not too bad for me. I've had 250 views so far, which is quite good. I'm on my way to Foxton staircase locks, which are closed for 2 months whilst considerable works are carried out. There are 10 locks at Foxton, and all but 3 are having their top or bottom gates replaced. Other works include repairs to ladders, sill fenders and brickwork. Well, I've driven up to Foxton and both the upper and lower car parks are totally full, so I've not been able to get in. So I've driven on a little bit further. I'm going to turn around somewhere, I don't know where, and make my way back and hope that there's space. In the distance is the Canal Museum at the locks. I should say I've not really picked the best time to come. At the moment it is 1:45 on a Sunday lunchtime. There are 2 pubs at Foxton which are very popular for food, so it's not surprising it's busy. It's a beautiful day, and perhaps I haven't thought about this sufficiently. Let's see what happens when I return to the top car park. Success! I'm in. Just need to find somewhere to park now. I'm backing in as it's a little bit muddy where I've been asked to park. Should be easier for me to move off when I've finished. Well, I've managed to get parked, which is good. I'm at the top side of the locks, so I'm just walking there now. So now we know canals are the new super highways. Well, it's a beautiful day. Blue skies. White clouds, glorious. Well, it's blowing up quite a bit now, so I'm going to make my way back to the boat. It's been a good afternoon. I hope you've enjoyed that look around. What a lovely picture that makes. Well, I'm back from Foxton for another late lunch. Any guesses what it might be? I expect you were right. Another cheese roll. How quickly the weather changes. It's Monday morning. It's a beautiful day outside, and yet I've not stepped out of the boat yet. I'm just dealing with a few matters, going through some emails that need responses, doing some work for the museum that I'm a trustee of, looking at Facebook comments and answering some YouTube comments. So once I've done that, I'll step out and see what's going on outside. Oh, the sun's just had a burst. I think you can probably tell. The eco fan is just about to stop turning. I haven't put any coal on the fire since last night, and it's now 2:20. Rather unexpectedly this afternoon, we had some hail, and no sooner had it started than it had stopped, and the sun was out. Cheers, thanks very much.
Yeah, this is your place. Yeah, no, it's fine. Yeah,
So what you been up to then?
well, basically, so when I came back from.
I'm just looking to see how much diesel I've got in my tank, and it's less than half full. I've got a full coal bucket by the stove, and this is ready to replace it when it's empty. The next task is to clean out the ash pan. Another change in the weather. It's just beginning to rain again. Can't make its mind up, can it? I expect it will clear up. It usually does. I'm just going to cut these pieces of kindling. They're far too large in cross section. You need far smaller pieces to light the fire. These are just too thick. Just far too thick. Look at them. Ridiculous really, but just going to cut them with the axe, make them smaller. I just made these pieces from one piece. That's far better. These are the pieces I've made up. They're far better size, much smaller. I'm going to light my fire now. I'm on my way to Napton to do another day's volunteering for the Canal and River Trust. Coming up to Skewbridge, just going to go over it. Skewbridge is at an angle across the canal. Oops, there we go. It's rather cloudy, but it's looking like a day that might brighten up. I've never seen a sign like this, and it's not in the highway code. making up these cement aggregate mix bags which are used to make the repairs on the towpath. I'm just making my way down to the towpath. It's just beginning to rain. I can see the work site just ahead of me. Got to be careful where I'm treading.
Pop them up right. Let them fall to the floor. So there, mate.
The turf that is dug out is reused to cover over the bags. Well, I'm back from Napton. As you will have seen, it's turned into a rather nasty day. It's raining quite heavily at the moment. I'm having a cup of tea, as one does. And as I've had lunch, I'm not actually having a cheese roll now. I've got some banana cake, which I bought the other day. So I'm looking forward to having a piece of that. I've got quite a lot of emails to catch up with, which is what I'm going to do now. Well, it's a rather miserable, overcast day. Can't imagine the sun coming out. Time will tell, obviously. Hi, I've come back to Foxton Locks to see what work is going on. When I visited on Sunday, it was a weekend, so nothing was happening. There were lots of people around, so it'll be interesting to see what we find. Well, there's very few people around today. It's absolutely freezing. My hands are so chilled, it's unbelievable. Normally I wear those fingerless mitts, but I haven't got them with me at the moment. Well, I hope you've enjoyed that look at the works that are going on at Foxton. The original length of time for the works was 2 months. Started on the 6th of January, meant to finish on the 13th of March, but they've had a week's extension, so the works will now finish on the 20th of March. The weather has been so bad that they've not been able to get on and do the work they needed. What a difference a week makes. It was frosty overnight and we've woken to a really beautiful morning. I will be putting together a separate video on the Foxton Locks works. Well, I hope you enjoyed that look back at my last week. All that remains for me to say is many thanks for watching, take care, and bye for now.